I'm thrilled to be here today to talk about authentic student feedback. So my feedback as a teacher is always based on the opportunity for improvement and the mastery-based learning concept. In other words, student progression through a course is dependent on the proficiency of a particular topic or assignment as opposed to the amount of time that's spent on the academic work. So students at our school are provided with the ability to retry an assignment, and in order to scaffold their learning and help them through an assignment, I provide extra resources and feedback that allows them to master the content if they do retry, and I give them specific examples to change. My feedback is also focused on student performance, not focused on a personality or the effort of a student, but I always consider what the student knows. I consider pre-assessment or testing results that says and tells me as a teacher what they need to know. They also consider what type of learner the student is and take all of this information and mold it into how can I best get my student to where he or she needs to be. So in order to do that, what I've found works best for me as a teacher is to use the sandwich effect. So I typically start with greeting the student by name. I cite one or two positive things that mention specific aspects about the student's response or the assignment to let the student know that I've read his or her response. Then in the middle sandwich part of the feedback, I include specific suggestions for improvement. So I reference the student's writing, I give specific examples for change, and then I use a variety of tools to include the lesson objectives and focus on the standards to make sure that I am giving constructive criticism based on where the student needs to go for their revisions. The last thing I do, the third part of the sandwich formula, is I encourage improvement. I instill in the student my belief that I know that he or she can improve, and I cite specific examples and ways that they can improve, referencing back to the middle part of the sandwich, and I sign off with a kind greeting to let the student know I'm here if they need anything, and I'm here to support them and help them better their assignment. So this approach to authentic feedback has altered the way that I engage with students and evaluate their work, because I find that students are more willing and receptive to respond to me and answer questions that I pose in their feedback, whether it be something that's a critical thinking question or how are you doing. They know that I care, they know that I have a critical eye on their work and that I want them to do well, and that there's that opportunity to master the content and to improve based on the resources I've provided them. So they're more willing to reach out for help. It's impacted my approach to teaching because my approach to teaching now is not focused on how I can use the tools at my disposal. That's a portion of it, but it's also how I can engage my students and how I can best reach a student based on real and meaningful feedback in order to help them problem solve and provide them with confidence and the motivation to become an independent learner and to master what it is that we're studying. So the next steps as far as the evolution of authentic feedback, I really look forward to teachers continuing to share best practices, Web 2.0 integration into feedback, so whether that is presentation tools or audio, visual component, as well as discussion boards and maybe ways that students can interact with each other in addition to me. I'm really thrilled to be part of a team who supports and values authentic feedback as a way to connect with students, and I look forward to learning more and to connecting with the community.